Hello everyone and welcome to round number 2 of the Throw Down the Mountain 7 presented by Discraft and Sun King Disc. PDGA A-Tier moves into Saturday's action, but first, a word from the PDGA.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
None other than SimonTerry. Here we are, Simon Lizotte, Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, hole number 1. What are we looking at here, Simon?
Yeah, first of all, I gotta say, hey and welcome again. I'm glad to be part of the SimonTerry here for round 2 at the 2019 Throw Down the Mountain Championships. And this turnaround time is amazing. I don't even know what round we're playing anymore because I've been non-stop throwing and talking. So pretty exciting card we have here. We have Dustin Ryalls, Team Discmania. He's been messaging me all week trying to get practice rounds, and I've been kind of hard to catch at that point because I was playing with Paul.
And Florida boy Randon Latta getting at it as that filters off to the left side. You're going with a forehand again. You put it about 15, maybe 20 feet short the first day. How did this feel compared to that one?
I turned it over a bit more, which I kind of was trying to do, and I got the extra 10 feet out of that. And it was a little wider, kind of the same distance to the basket, just a little more right.
Big Jerm keeping it low, gonna play for the skip. And spoiler alert, that's gonna be pretty much parked right next to the basket.
Yeah, Jerm is obviously known for his strong sidearm and especially very precise sidearm, and here put
32 feet.
Both together.
30 maybe.
Big Jerm just always has to get that commentary in. He's always letting everybody know where they are.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't see the basket and you throw your upshot, and then, I mean, I always love to hear what happened right away, so Jerm's loud voice is helpful.
And Dustin here, a little bit of struggles on this very first hole. I'm not sure if it might be some nerves, but look at what you wow. Okay, you squeaked it in during the first round, and you squeaked it in again.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I mean, in is perfect. You can't really argue that, and it was good enough. Oh, Dustin.
Just a bit short, and hopefully he's going to be able to shake that off. And as we move on to hole number 2 here in a moment.
Great drive, Jeremy.
And yeah, Big Jerm still just parked right next to the basket. Eventually he'll get to throw again.
Yeah, Jerm's sidearm here was next level, like top class.
Little tap in action. Hole number 2, a par 4. A little bit more work to do here. You have to hit this initial gap, and you're trying to find this landing zone. You want to push it as far left as you can. Hopefully that'll give you a good look at the basket as it plays back up the hill. And there's 2 routes. You can go to this right route, which is a little bit of an inside or cheater route. Not too many people will go that way unless they got out of position. Or you could come up on the left side, and we'll have to see if there's some crazy shots that could be taken off the tee on this one.
Yep, game plan here is 100% get it out of the woods. And I remember throwing the shot and the motorcycle cruising by, and I was proud of myself not to get a razz there. So I got it way out the gap, perfect position down the fairway, and Jerm is lining up a Jerm special thumber way over those tall trees, and he actually threw this past the fairway into the other side of the fairway in the rough. And yeah, he was kind of in disbelief himself, but he'll find himself in some trouble there, but still can get up and down for par at least.
And that's a great drive there by Randon.
Yeah, Dustin's opting for this high hyzer shot, which I think he's throwing probably a PD2, and I was looking at that shot a while, but it just doesn't quite give me the distance that I'm looking for to get a good look at a birdie.
Yeah, you're really sacrificing that distance you talk about, just to put yourself into a position and possibly take those early trees out of play. And there we see Kobe Geis on the bag, him and Jerm talking about flirting with this right side. And
That was going to be really good.
Yeah. Jerm said it was going to be really good. I never thought it was going to be really good. I was actually flirting a lot with that barbed wire fence.
that is a very risky move. I have to agree with you there. It's a little turnover there for Dustin. We'll see if he can put himself up on the shelf. Looks like he might be just a bit low, and this is really good position right here.
Yeah, you see Randon and Midas are right next to each other, and Randon was kind of showing me the line here, so I was lining this up, and suddenly I got this massive breeze in my face, and it kind of like startled me. I didn't know what to do, and I kind of left it a bit wide, got a good skip out of it. Inbounds, putting for birdie, that's basically all you can really ask for on any hole at any time.
And Big Jerm just really wants to challenge that barbed wire fence. He's going to be able to get up to 2 meters relief if you want to take it. And here's Dustin, who didn't quite make it up onto the shelf. And anytime you're short out here, there usually is some obstacles between you and the basket.
You would have needed that birdie for confidence, especially.
There you go. It's a little more center.
Yeah, I was extremely happy with that. The wind was again swirling a bit, and these 20 to 25 footers are testers, especially in the beginning of the round. Is where you try to build your confidence. So I'm starting birdie and feeling pretty good about it. You can see Jerm taking 6 feet off the fence. PGA rule, if it's dangerous barbed wire fence, you get, instead of 1 meter, 2 meters. Which left him a short tap in for his par, which was a complete... I don't think many people have played the hole that way.
Not on purpose anyway. So we're going to move over to hole 3. And as we do that, huge shout out to Jomez, as they gave me the drone footage and shared it with me. I think they just have pity on me because I don't have anything else up to speed. So appreciate the Jomez help here on the drone action. This is a tough par 4, and you need to find the landing zone, which is usually on the side of a hill. So you're throwing to a spot, but then you have to be worried about your footing when you're on the side of the hill. And I've seen some really creative things throughout the years here, but keeping it low is key off the tee here.
Yeah, quick little fun fact I just noticed. Hole 2 and hole 3 play exactly the same average score of 4.18. So these holes are exactly the same difficulty. Which is interesting because I feel like they play extremely different.
Yeah, I would think this hole to me seems so much more birdieable. There's plenty of trouble, but it seems like you'd get a lot more birdies on 3 than you would on hole 2. Yeah,
Jerm throwing the absolute ideal shot, giving it a little more speed than Randon and I did. Also, Dustin's leaving this one a bit short. It's like really touchy here to get the right distance.
Oh, I turned it over. Sit. Oh, that was awful.
Oh, and that tree, if you go right of that tree, you're almost guaranteed to find yourself out of bounds, and that's exactly where he is. Also worth noting, that was Jerm's first backhand of the round. We've seen a forehand, an overhand, and now a backhand, so he's using all his tricks today.
Yeah, quick comment to Randon's shot there. He kind of rolled his wrist there and turned it over into the side of the hill, and he actually bounced, rolled OB right. So he'll be throwing 4 from his next spot. And Jerm playing this hole exactly how it draws up.
So it gives it the long par save jumper, but that's not going to be enough. And honestly, when you had thrown your shot, I thought you were going to be a little short and left, and we'll find you pretty similar to Big Jerm, as Dustin doesn't draw any metal there. Did you know that you threw a perfect approach shot?
No, I didn't think it was perfect, but my thought process was, after watching Dustin nail finally a good putt right here to give him some confidence. I was really happy to see that one go in. I was thinking of throwing my MD3 mid-range for that upshot, and then I grabbed a PD2, which is almost as different as you can throw it, which if I threw my MD3 the way I threw that PD2, it would have been way shorter, and the PD2 just gets that extra skip, extra roll, extra distance with its speed. So I think I kind of made the right disc selection on that.
Yeah, well, the park job would indicate that you did, so it looked pretty good. You're going to walk away. Now you're starting off 3 straight birdies. Pretty good start here to the second round as we move on to hole number 4. We talked about it yesterday. This is a bonus birdie because most people are not getting the 2 here. I'm sure there's some stats thanks to our friends over at UDisc.
Yep, huge shout out to UDisc for providing stats and scorecards and just being so simple and easy and helpful to use. The second most difficult hole on the course, playing over a half a stroke over par, which usually averaging 3.59, which should be a par 4 kind of for a pro field. But yeah, keep it low, high-speed driver, and miss that tree, which I did not succeed. Got a kind of favorable bounce though. I didn't go too far into the right.
Hit, please, hit.
Yeah, you could have even found yourself out of bounds with a bad enough kick, and Big Jerm's kind of skipped there at the last second up and over the barbed wire fence, and he's out of bounds.
Yeah, I was shocked when I realized that Jerm skipped OB, because this hole is one of the holes along the fence you don't really notice the fence too much. So the sidearm definitely brought that into play, which...
Yeah, there's a lot of protective trees there, so you're not necessarily thinking about actually getting past the trees and finding the out of bounds.
Please don't. Oh, thank God.
Okay, that'll work. It's got to kind of beg a little.
Brandon's very emotional, involved in his shots, which is also really fun to watch. And he threw a great drive there.
That's a pretty solid approach shot, especially with being a standstill right there.
Yeah, I had no footing, just trying to drill it into the hillside and hopefully get inside the circle to save my par. Yeah, Dustin with a great touch sidearm mid-range shot, which not a lot of players have this sidearm mid-range upshot.
Big Jerm trying to save his par. I think you said it yesterday, you either want to make it or airball on some of these hillsides because rollaways are almost inevitable otherwise.
Yeah, you're really gambling here. Yep, birdie look there, but he's happy to settle for a par.
This is to save your par up the hill and in and out.
Yeah, I think I could defend the basket by saying it was a bit high. But other than that, we saw the same thing happen to Calvin on the same basket yesterday.
We did, I know, and that's what's a little bit scary here.
So yeah, that was a bit of a heartbreaker, but still a solid start. Still 2 down through 4, and the rest. Well, Jerm also bogeyed with his tee shot in the 2 locals, I will call them. I'm having my sad moment and laughing.
We move over to hole number 5. I'm going to go to the catch position, or a little bit of a swing position here, just to give you guys a different angle as these are coming in. Yesterday we saw 4 birdies on the card. Today, like I said, I wanted to give you a little bit different perspective. At 320 feet, you got to put a little bit of extra push on this. This used to play much shorter for many years, so we're seeing yet another variation here by Mike Barnett and Sun King.
Yeah, the main danger here is to kind of get an unlucky, unfortunate roll and roll OB to the right. So you're really trying to make sure to give it enough power to get to that basket. It's kind of a backstop, and if you make it all the way to the basket, there's enough like sawgrass and brushes to stop your rollaways.
So after 2 shots have come up short of me, I'm second guessing the position I picked. And then there's your drive. What is that?
I'm throwing a first run PD here. It's definitely not really a power driver kind of shot, but I just feel more comfortable in making sure it gets there, and that disc actually flies for me kind of like a mid-range. I don't have to put much power on it for it to hold a straight line. And Jerm playing this hole also very interesting.
You can say it. Poorly.
Yeah,
poorly.
Poorly, very early release on his drive. It seemed like his timing on his backhand was off at this point. And Randon almost nailed one from 80, all of 80, I'd say.
I think that was down near Tampa Bay.
There you go. And Dustin connecting for a birdie.
Thank you.
So right where they were just standing is another position where we've seen the basket in the past, much shorter, almost a must-get birdie, and now Jerm's got a little work to do here just to try and save his par.
Yeah, he needs this one to stay happy.
Oh yeah, I think it was the leg kick.
Yeah, Jerm has this little fancy little leg kick, especially on the shorter putts. He always gets his back leg up. So I was happy that he made that. He was happy that he made that. And I went a bit long, no problem though. Easy 20-footer.
And a lot more chain than you had on the previous attempt from the day before.
Yes.
Rand's trying to. He was really shocked that he hit the nub. He was sitting there, kind of adjusting his stance because he could feel a little bit of the trees in front of him. Yeah, it was. He didn't think he was going to hit high of all places on that particular putt, so he's going to walk away with the bogey, and Dustin's going to tap in for the par. Hole 6, it's a new one. Playing the hyzer shot. I'm going to go down, get the catch position. You said yesterday you like seeing how the disc could actually get down toward the basket, so we'll give you that angle again. And this isn't the birdie that it used to be. It used to be just straight ahead. It was almost an ace run. It was dead straight. Now it pushes off to the left, and then he's even trying to prevent you to skip it there with the hay bales. 375, what does it play like? How hard are you throwing this?
Super, super gentle. I'm like throwing my most overstable fairway driver, my FD3 Doombird 2, and it feels like I'm barely even touching it. We throw downhill by a lot, and it's like a soft hyzer. You kind of want to float it around those trees and then hope for a good skip. And yeah, as long as you don't completely miss your line, which you can almost miss a lot, this hole is definitely one of the easiest on the course. You won't see too many birdies. Only about a quarter of the field will birdie it, but very, very few bogeys.
Yeah, and if there's a bogey here, it's probably because a disc was lost and it couldn't get found.
In this stuff, like, where do you mark it? Do I have to mark it inside the sawgrass?
I'd mark it as far as you can in front, from like right here, and I just try to get your foot in there somehow. Or if not, I mean, it's weird, man.
I'm sure you get casual, but I'm not gonna go behind this stuff because this is just as bad.
I mean, I feel like if you get your foot like right tucked beyond here, kind of push forward, then you're fine.
I mean, is that a playable surface? I hate putting my hand in this shit.
Beep.
Is that far enough?
Yeah, that looks good to me.
Getting a little.
It's gonna be hard to get back now. Oh God, I hate this stuff so much.
Just be lucky you don't have stubby arms and legs there, Jerm. I'd have to get my whole body in there just to get that.
Yeah, if you hate sawgrass, then this course will not be very very friendly to you.
And he gives it a run, but he's gonna have to walk away with a par at best. And just short of the hay bale. This is similar to where we saw you from yesterday. You were a little closer.
Yeah, this hole is a putting contest. I think you could call it that. Almost everyone's going to land within this zone right here at these hay bales, which leaves you a 35 to 40 footer. And whoever can connect on this putt is going to walk away happy.
Give me one, please. It's so annoying.
Yes, it is very annoying to miss putts. I can totally understand that.
Something you don't know about yet here. That was a good looking putt on 6. So another birdie, and looks like you're going to at least take one from everyone else on this card. Big Jerm with his unique step up and throw on the short putts. I'm a big fan of that. Not too much thinking involved. So the single birdie by Simon and 3 pars. We're going to move on to hole 7. This is a little bit of a beast.
Yeah, this hole also can accept a lot of different approaches to it. You can play it rather safe and go for a shorter hyzer shot, or you can attack it, or you can super attack it. It's like you can kind of choose the way you want to play this hole. And my main lesson of this hole was keep it as tight as you can around the first big pine tree on the left, and usually you'll find yourself in the fairway. But this is a right in between attacking and super attacking.
You went full send on it. Come on back, baby. Push.
Yeah, Dustin slightly late released that, I think, and kept it a bit too wide. And he'll be on the side of the fairway on the right side, where you want to be left in this hole.
Big Jerm motioning where he's going to be putting his big
slab.
hyzer out there. Oh,
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. I see it. Might be hard to find once he's down there. But
We're all trying not to laugh.
and somehow Randon's got to compose himself, get ready for that. And we're going to move down to Jerm's position.
That was terrible.
All right, well, Jerm's caddy says it best. Kobe.
Guys, nice shout out there. Yeah, that was also. Wow, Jerm has. Wow, I can't. I'm having a hard time getting over that tee shot again.
It's like he was in the jungle. All right,
Jerm throwing 3 now.
And nobody else has gotten near their disc yet. I'm just trying to like maintain my own composure here to find where the discs are even going. It's kind of tough to follow what's going on with all these crazy shots.
Yeah, we're in the fairway now, though.
And Big Jerm, I'm not picking on you, buddy.
I am.
I don't need any Big Jerm hate mail. Wow, what a huge Annie. And if it would have just stopped, instead it rolled out.
Wow, none of us could see how it got there. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah, if it would have just stopped right where it landed, he would have been looking at an easy birdie attempt, and Big Jerm's leaving himself with that for what would be a bogey 5.
Yeah, pretty incredible to play this hole the way he did and end up with a bogey.
Also incredible to have the drive you did,
Yes,
and then to throw it straight into the sawgrass.
that was German inspired.
Ouch.
No, I don't know what happened there. That was, I want to call it maybe unfocused or lazy, because that should not happen.
Dustin's trying to make magic from that right side. We saw Randon throw a perfect approach shot a moment ago.
this will be the best shot of my life.
As I'm being sliced by sawgrass.
Oh no. I thought you said this will be.
Wow, Jerm giving it back to you a little bit here. What's he talking about? He hit that first tree off the tee. So Randon's lining up a birdie. Yesterday, I hate to backtrack, but yesterday we saw 4 birdies on the card. Today, not quite as fruitful, but like you said, Big Jerm walking away with just a 5 is actually impressive.
These little ankle rollers. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying, man? Hole number 8, right up the middle. You've got to be careful to not let something get up and roll away to that right side. There is OB way down at the bottom of the hill, so you're kind of double punished. If you find that OB, Plus, you won't have a very good look at the basket. So coming right up to the middle, and you want something that's gonna maybe flare a little bit left so you have a downhill putt. The one thing you don't want to do is go long.
Yeah, this basket position has had some controversy because it's tucked into those trees.
Do it!
Oh, the skip off the top of the cage.
Yeah, Randon,
Yeah, that's
he has some great power and he commits to shots. So if he puts it on the right line, it will have a run, and I love watching him play.
And again, if you're going to miss anywhere, so to speak, or have anything happen, a little bit of that skip flare at the end is perfectly fine. That's a little tight to the left side, but some good penetration.
Yeah, all the leaves on the ground make for like a great little sliding surface. Ouch.
Yeah, another early release by Jerm. So we've seen early releases and we've seen late releases by him.
Yeah, it looked like when he was walking up to that shot, he was limping a bit. I'm wondering if he's having some pain.
Dude, you been back there?
I think it was his ego that was bruised, actually.
Yeah, definitely his confidence is hurting.
Yeah, Dustin!
Oh, yeah, like he's done it before. Great putt.
Yeah. Again, I was so happy to see that one go in. He definitely needs momentum.
A little downhill action for yourself. You're going to card another birdie here on the front.
With Terry 2 feet behind me.
I'm just happy I didn't slide into you. Here's Randon after hitting the basket. Oh,
Wow.
kind of high right side chain, and with the way he releases his putter, those aren't necessarily hyzering into the basket. They're kind of just kissing off the chains.
I hate this room. Yeah. Disc golf's cheaper when you and I get
Uh-oh, Big Jerm with disc golf philosophy.
Yeah, Randon's gonna be a bit disappointed there.
Hole number 9, our last hole of the front 9. Thanks to all of our supporters and sponsors of both the tournament and the Disc Golf Guy video blogs and Patreon supporters. Beautiful look at this one. Thanks to the Jomez drone footage, 440 feet. Again, I'm going to say it, this feels a little bit like a bonus birdie, I'm guessing, because there's just not that many twos that you're going to find out here.
Yeah, this hole, surprising, is the 5th most difficult hole and only 7% birdie.
Oh, good shot, dude.
Whoa, what are those? They're here to watch golf.
To defend myself, I hate when people don't yell 4 when they're obviously throwing towards people. But I was so sure I was going to nail that tree, or at least hit something out of all those trees, so I didn't think they were in danger. But normally I would totally yell 4 as soon as I think they might be endangered. Yeah, I felt a bit bad there to even come close.
A little bit of a roll away, but it'll stay up there on the dance floor for Dustin.
Yeah, good rip. Also, he has good power.
Get over it.
Oh, and that was looking so good. That's going to come up short. We see AJ down there. Thanks to him and his family for the help in the area as well as this weekend's event. AJ's doing some really big things in disc golf. You'll hear more about that as the year moves on. Big Jerm turns that over. Lets out a little bit of a grunt or two.
Yeah. One thing you really don't want to do.
Kobe had more caddy words, but he didn't really, he couldn't compose himself.
Yeah, Jerm is definitely on the struggle bus and scramble bus, so.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was a great up and down. He'll have an easy tap in for 3 there. And it's hard to imagine the lines he throws from some of those scrambles he's been showing.
Now you're off to the right side of the path. I'm still out in the middle of the fairway, and you have a gap there, but didn't quite hit it?
Yeah, that was a mental error. just a mental error. Choose the wrong shot. I thought I could run it. I could have easily laid it up and got a 3, but I chose to run it and kind of missed my gap because of that. And then, as a result of that, missed a 40-footer to save my par. And a little too swing there between me and Dustin. He's getting back on it.
Another solid putt, a little low and left, but doesn't matter because it's in. And speaking of in, it looks like we've got just about the front 9 in, so I'm going to thank Simon as the rest of the group taps out. We've got more back 9 coverage. We'd like to know, what is your favorite hole out here on the front 9 at this course? Leave it in the comments. We're going to be giving away some sweet Discraft action. Again, Throwdown the Mountain 7 presented by Discraft, Simon's Postulating Life. Let's head to the back 9.
Scramble City.